Hello everybody, welcome back to Automation Empire Season 6. Tenacious Viking, your empire builder and host. Well, I streamed these episodes live online and got the recording and there was no narration on it. I know what happened. It was operator error, that's right. I messed up. So this is all post-narrated, and what you're watching is kind of somewhat of a recap. But I've got oil coming in and being refined, and I've got train number 1. Well, train number 2 is ready to go here, and we're going to start it up. But I've got train number 1 going and generating a lot of income and a lot of kilograms of stuff. So we're gonna start this train going and see if I can. I don't have very many cars on it yet, but I have 2 cars of crude oil and 2 cars of refined oil ready to load on the train when it comes through. And I have a refining factory for oil set up to hold up to 3 groups of refining. Each one, as you know, holds. I put 6 refiners in each one. So I've got an oil refinery times 3 down below there. This is the plan that I developed, where I think everything will fit. I still think that. We've got carbon up above there. Just because it's got to go somewhere. I already have gold fuel in the factory right in the middle there, so gold plates I can make next to it. Capacitors will be next to that, and I think I can get that to fit in there. That means ionized capacitors then need to go off to the right lower right corner. Since I'm going to put farms and grain next to the oil refinery right there, so everything associated with that will have to go right above ethanol and mega fuel and all that stuff. We need capacitors and ethanol to unlock rockets. We've got I think everything coming in. We'll need ionized capacitors and mega fuel for the monorail. But right now we can work on unlocking farming. We just need more oil for that. We have some headed up there now. And then we can make the grain meal that we need to unlock the greenhouse covers. Basically, it's a cover for the farms. So that's all going to go. The farms are going to go right there, and we have to take the red grain and the green grain and or grass, I guess it is, and make grain out of it through the refiner. I've got, just 4 oil wells producing, but I need to add 4 more because I'm going to run out. The oil takes a lot of oil. I mean, I fill the trains with oil. I need oil for ethanol. I need oil for several other things, I think. So we're going to need a lot of it. Let's see if I can get a track around here somewhere. Nothing ever lines up on these things. They're just made not to do that. So this will work around here, I think. Let's see if I can get. Now let's see if I can get this to go. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can make that work. Now the trick is, how do I get it over to the containers, the crude oil containers? I'm kind of boxed in here. I could make that. I never thought of it before, but I could make that loop a little smaller there and gain some space. But hopefully it'll work out. I do have crude oil going into the second group of refiners now, but I don't have that all hooked up yet. So there's no point in it because I don't have that much crude oil available anyway. Can I get along here? I don't know. I don't want to go that side. I don't dare do that because I'm going to take refined oil out. And I'll need to have a third group. I don't want to run them together because all it does is it takes a million cars, and it doesn't keep up as well with one large train full of oil as it does with 3 feeding into the same container group. So I have to do that. I have to find space to get everything in here. Strange thumping going on in my neighborhood naturally, just because I'm trying to record. Yeah, I've got one path here, but boy, that's tight there. How many corners do I want to make with this thing? I hate, making a W-shaped cart line. It just grosses me out. We are not gaining. We're not keeping those crude oil containers filled. So I have to have that second group. But I just hope everything fits in there, and gosh, I hope we have enough room for the grain farms. I'd rather have a skinny, long area than a square area like I have for the other factories. I also don't know now where I'm going to put rockets when I get those. I think they're going to have to go off to the right between the railroad tracks and what are those, gold mines or something over there on the right side. I have plenty of money. I do not have plenty of research points. Early when this game first came out, I watched a few people playing, and they ran out of money right away. And they had to tear down some things they weren't using to get their money back, so they could do the next thing they needed to do. And I've never had trouble making money, never at all. Yeah, carbon meal. That's what I was trying to think of. Way over there. That's basically, I think you make carbon out of, I think you re-refine coal or something like that to make carbon. So that'll be right up top there, and then we'll have to feed that down to the grain meal and make carbon meal. It's one of the last things that you make. But ethanol and capacitors are the next step to get rockets. Once I get farming and the greenhouse done, then I'm good. Yeah, right there. But we need that oil. We've got oil going up to the research domes, I guess they are. But I don't know that. I'm not sure how much I've got there. Yeah, then we need the capacitors and the ethanol next to get rockets. I always need way more red grain than green, because I use the red and green grain together to make grain meal, but to make ethanol I need oil and red grain. Which doesn't make any sense to me. It should have been, well, I guess red is, I don't know. Honestly, mostly what you mix with oil to make ethanol is yellow, but they don't have a yellow grain, so they had to pick one. All right, how are we doing on... I was thinking I probably should have put the research domes right there next to the power plant. That would make a nice square, but instead they're way up there. I guess it works. We would have had to run, would have constantly run coal or iron down to it from those things up there. So yeah, I guess it works. Oh, I guess if I have to. Well, let's see what we can get for research points. If we can get enough oil. Oh, I think we may have enough oil then, because we've got 150. We only needed 300, right? And we had some, so maybe we have enough to do a farm. Yay, us! Woohoo! Well, one thing I can do then is cut off the oil supply. We don't need to be doing any more of that. And once that all empties, I can probably just remove those cars for now. Because the next thing, as you saw, will be capacitors, and that plant is right down there near the oil, so we'll keep that thing intact. You know what I could do? I could sever that line right there so it doesn't come all the way back down, and then just let it go back and forth until I should do that. Here, let's see if I can get ahead of this and cut it off at the pass there. And actually, I could go up and cut it earlier so it doesn't have quite such a path. Right there. Okay. Now, am I smart enough to put this back together right away? Yes, I am. Because I know that if I don't do that now, I would definitely forget and wonder why it wasn't working when I hooked everything else up. So, is that empty yet? Nope, not yet. Let that empty out. Oh, there, maybe it is. Up there it is. Okay, it's empty, 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 empty. Remove the cars and then hook it up to the iron. I think that's iron. It's so much more iron than coal on this map, which is extremely unusual. But, oh well. I think I'm making capacitors in 2 places now, aren't I? Or am I? Because I've got them loading on trucks. But do I have them loading on trains as well? Let's see what this is doing here. The train is almost filling up with refined oil, and I kind of don't want that. I want half and half. So I don't know. I don't know what I got here. Yeah, I don't know. You have to watch these things and see just how much it loads, and I'll be adding other things to the second train. This will be a unique map because I'm only using 2 highways for trucks, and I probably am only going to use 2 railroad tracks for trains. Which means I could have moved that train track over a little bit, or one of them, one way or the other. We're going to get a little bit longer episodes than I had planned because I'm not sure where I actually recorded episodes, where I started and where I stopped. So there's that. I usually do in the stream, I do some explaining before I actually formally record an episode online. And those watching on Twitch never got any narration. Actually, nobody watched it because they soon realized there was no narration. And they went, dumb dude. Oh, is this going to work? Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Can I do this? How do I? Oh, boy, I hope this lines up. Come on. There we go. I'm sure I have to. Okay, we'll get this. Bring these tracks to back up. So I thought, in order to get position to get connected, and I'm not sure that's going to work even now. Is it? That'll work. That's not a problem. But will this one work? That looks Okay, that's one way to do it. Not sure I have to do that. I guess I've got room there. It's around those corners that I don't have any room. None at all. Yeah, it's not lining up. I can't tell where I'm at because, oh man. I cannot tell where that is. That's not it. That's not right either. There. Fix it. Line that up. That will work. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, now how do I get this to line up there? Oh boy. Can I go alongside there? Will that fit? Oh, gee, it'll fit. Oh, I didn't think it would. Sweet. I don't have a lot of room here. I'll tighten that up as much as I can. Still have to get another set around there from that third group of oil wells, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. Gotten smart in my old age. Rather than twirling that thing around all the time, I just go, since I have two spots to connect to, I just go to the one that works at the moment. And if I go, am I going to have room for the, maybe they'll fit. Will that fit? I don't know if I can get around there. Oh, I did. Okay, sweet. Wasn't sure if I'd hit the rocks or not. Okay, that should be set to go. The oil pumps work on their own. They don't need electricity. I don't know why. That's just the way the game is made. Okay. I didn't make it. I'm just, hook up the spouts. The ploppers. There's gulpers and ploppers. These are ploppers because they're plopping oil in the cart. The ones inside the plant, gulp it up. I've been trying to think of a decent name for those things for a long time. I am pretty brilliant. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wells. That means 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 carts. That might be too many. I think they kind of sort of keep up. I'm also going to be needing to add water to the oil wells because they will not be able to keep up without it. And I may need to add oil to other wells, to other rigs, I guess it calls them. So we can unlock the farm. Oh boy. Here we go. I'll keep an eye on that, see how that's doing. So we have farms, and I've got to have water to each to the farms, but I only really need one water source for green and one for red, because you can spread them out pretty easily. So how do I get these to fit? This is width rather than height, and I'm used to width, but let's see if I can. I'm not even sure what I have. Oh, I have green. Okay. Got to have 3 spaces between, one for the spouts and one for the track. One for each spout and one for the track. There I don't really need any, but I'm going to put space in there anyway. And let's see. Yeah, I made a mistake. They don't fit. They have to be offset. So I got to move a field on each side, up or down. I probably should move the outer ones back toward me, but I don't know if it matters a whole lot. I still got to have room for a water tank, so yeah, that'll work. Gosh, I hope I have room for the water tank then. I hope. Is that too close, or is that right? Can't tell. I think that's right, isn't it? Maybe not. No, I don't think that's right. I think they got to be farther. Yeah, they got to be farther apart. One more apart. And I suppose that one does too, then, doesn't it? Oh boy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? All right. I don't think that's right either. Maybe it is. I couldn't tell for sure if it's there. I don't think that's right. Oh yeah, must be. Okay. It's hard to tell if that's 3 or 4. I think that's right. Yeah, okay. All right, now what do we got here? We go up the middle. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Pretty efficient farms, really, when it comes right down to it. But they can't do anything without water, and they're not as efficient without the greenhouse roofs, because you know how the weather is. Well, that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Join me again next time for more Automation Empire. Welcome new subscribers. Be kind, and let's get together again.